State lawmaker is saying it's time for Pennsylvania to consider a 32-hour work week for state employees and the rest of us too.
As Money editor John Delano reports, it's a debate that's been going on for years that may now be reaching a conclusion.
It's been nearly 100 years since Henry Ford mandated a 5-day, 40-hour work week on his assembly lines. Now many say it's long overdue for Americans to work a 4-day, 32-hour week.
There have been studies that have shown that it increases productivity, but it also increases our wellness, how happy we are, our ability to enjoy life instead of, like, no one's on their deathbed and said, I wish I went to the office more. That's never happened.
State Representative Chris Rabb, a Philadelphia Democrat, is introducing a resolution to study the impact of moving state employees to a 4-day, 32-hour work week and to encourage the private sector to do the same. It's a popular idea.
I feel like it's a good one just because a lot of people are overworked, overstressed, and sometimes they're being underpaid.
I believe reducing work hours is a great thing to improve productivity and morality. I know a lot of people really struggle with going to work full time, 40 hours a week.
Iceland has a 4-day, 35-hour week. Belgium is moving to a 4-day week. Other countries and companies are experimenting with a shorter work week. A California congressman has a bill to reduce the work week to 32 hours, requiring overtime for hours worked beyond that.
Now's the time to make those kinds of changes.
University of Pittsburgh Katz Business School professor Deborah Good says the pandemic has increased employee demand for flexible work arrangements, making a 4-day work week more likely than ever.
Many organizations will be much more open to conversations about this. And frankly, I think that many other organizations that may not be open to those kinds of conversations will be forced into the conversations because it's going to be a competitive advantage for those companies that jump first.
The pandemic has forced a new way of life, a new way of work.
A lot depends on the details. Should 32 hours be paid the same as 40 hours? And while 4 days of 10-hour days still equals 40 hours, calling 32 hours full-time is too much for some.
I guess I'm more of an old school person when it comes to that. I worked awfully hard when I first got out of school, sometimes literally 80 hours a week. So only 32 is almost inconceivable to me.
While government can lead the way to a shorter work week, many think it will be employers, companies competing for top talent when there's a worker shortage that will inspire a 21st century Henry Ford to say 4 days a week is enough. John Delano, KDKA News.